of serenity, the sorrow in your eyes captured. Moving forward aesthetically, search for tranquility, security's your right. Bliss on your list. You found me before I found myself. You loved me before I loved myself. But you gave yourself completely, and I can't give it. Stares at me as the world bends. From your all-encompassing heart, a heart of purity. It's so humbling to be your friend. You found me before I found myself. You loved me before I loved myself. You gave yourself completely, and I can't. Je ne peux pas succomber. Je ne peux pas succomber. back. Oh, I'm going back. Handle the pain that clogged me. Reminds me your motives intact. But baby, there's no love in that.
Okay, there we go. Don't mind the DMs you saw earlier, okay? It's a private conversation about anime stuff, okay? Don't fucking be like, oh my god, guys, we got him. There's nothing there. Alright. Okay. Come on, pop out.
Yo, yo, yo.
Hello.
Oh,
Alright, there we go.
Charles is busy loading in.
So get this. I have my Stream Deck.
Must be-
It updated.
Yeah, you must be
And
trying to get us to the Switch.
It wiped everything I had. All my presets, it got wiped. So I have to re-add it. And now OBS is refusing to connect with it.
Wait, what happened?
So this little device here, the Stream Deck, not the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck is not part of this, but this got an update and it wiped everything. I used to have like a mute button, a cover button for the stream, all of that kind of shit. Like I could switch between scenes on this, and it wiped it off, so I can't like re-add it back in for some reason. Like every time I try, it loads like OBS, but it never like finishes loading.
Is this thing it's like a switchboard for controlling your stream and
Yeah,
shit?
it's what all the cool kids use.
Oh.
Like I have,
What do you
I
do
have,
with
like-
those things? What do you call that?
What do you call this?
Stream Deck.
Yeah, Stream Deck.
Stream deck?
Yeah, Elgato Stream Deck.
Interesting.
It's basically, I'm sure, a wizard such as yourself could program all the actual keys to do it on a real keyboard. But for plebeians like myself and Theo, we need extra help.
Yeah, that thing is way too expensive.
Yeah, this was like on sale, so which is why I got it. I was like, oh sweet, because they have like a bigger one, but it's like, this is too much. No thanks.
It's like $100 for the cheap one.
Yeah, but I got like on some sale. I don't remember the sale. It was a while ago.
I'll fucking program some hotkeys.
I had this ready just for the sake of it, but this was before the stream. But then I got hungry, so I'm sorry, Charles.
Oh, I love me a Mars bar. I ate the last one I had.
I have another one downstairs, but I was too hungry.
I went to Canada like 3 weeks ago. What was that?
I said Retro's eating all the snackies.
Hell yeah! Not even. We don't even need redemptions up in here for this.
I have a Hershey.
I watched
chocolate
Retro
bar.
stream for like 8 hours yesterday, but I wasn't. I turned up. I was doing like errands and stuff, and you started streaming, so I was like, I'll turn it on. And then I was like just going about my business. I like got laundry. I come back. You're still in the same part of the game. Retro's been playing Breath of Fire for 3 weeks, and he's like 7 hours into the game.
That's not true. I'm like 27 hours into the game. Right?
You're so slow, Retro. Why aren't you in the desert?
No, well, why don't you be in the desert, John? How's that? I didn't see you stream this.
So I don't want anyone to. Then if it takes like Retro that long, then no one can give me shit about how long it's taking me to play Chrono Trigger. Then
Persona 5 Royal.
I beat that game like 2 times. I don't need it. That's
short
not like.
game.
Well, I will give Retro the benefit of the doubt when I say that we've been harassed harassing him the whole time, though. We get him off track
was
so
very
much.
distracted.
At one point, he was buying weights for his home gym. Like, it's just, it's all chaos.
In the middle of the street. That's it. We live by nobody's rules, not even my own. Like you know you've got the D&D the 9 different types of like chaotic good and all. I'm just straight up chaotic evil. It's just everywhere. It's like, you've come to a gaming stream to watch this. You're in the wrong place, lads. Boom. Let's look at retro games and weights and all this other shit. Let's get drunk and open Yu-Gi-Oh cards while we're at it.
Fuck yeah.
Exactly.
All right,
I
well,
got,
welcome to
like
to
seven
Game Club.
seconds here left on this.
7 seconds.
What's going on?
I'm playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater, and I've got like 7 seconds, and well, I had 7 seconds, but I'm in overtime right now, just doing like the last combo.
Which one are you playing?
It's the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Oh, was that actually good? Like worth playing?
Yeah, it was really good.
Don't get the first remaster or remake they tried to do. Get the new one.
To be fair, that's decent. You can't actually buy that anymore. Hell, go piracy.
You mean like the Xbox ones? I like the Xbox ones, like Tony Hawk 2X and 3X and all that.
They had Tony Hawk Pro Skater HD from like 5 or 6 years ago. It's
They fucked it
basically
up.
like a single remaster of the first game only. It wasn't as bad as John makes it out to be. It's adequate, but this is just chef's kiss.
I heard that they just keep making those games simply to extend the license, right? Because like it apparently expires if they don't make a game. So they're just like, okay, we still want to have the license to Tony Hawk, so we just keep making games.
And Tony Hawk's still making money from it, so I don't think he cares.
Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't complain.
And most of them are pretty good, except for Underground, Underground 2, American Wasteland, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 and 5, and yeah, pretty much.
Whoa.
Tony Hawk
Yeah,
Pro Skater
I went
4.
there. I went there.
That
Don't
one's
forget the
wonderful.
original ones. I bought those.
So did I. I had that back in the day, and I have too many controllers, and I was very disappointed with that one. I can't remember.
You know what I had? I had Skate on Wii, and I tried using the balance board controls. Fucking awful.
Oh. What about the...
John is a wild man.
Which one has, like, they made, like, a skateboard for that one game?
Yeah.
Was it 4 or was it a different game?
Oh, you're
it
talking
was
about Tony Hawk Shred or Ride or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck it was?
Yeah, they had 2.
Okay.
I never played that.
Oh,
John,
yeah,
what is it
Snap
with you
Ride.
playing like the worst version of games? You play like Dead Rising Chop. You play like Wii versions of Tony Hawk. You probably play like Persona 5 Royal on the Switch. Jesus Christ, man.
It's a well-established
I already
fact that
told
John
you.
likes bad games.
Retro, I already told you. I played Persona 5 on my PS3.
Well,
Well, that was the
I
original
can't-
console it was developed
there.
for, so, like, he did play, like, the developer's
True.
intended version.
so we're all the posers then, if that's the case.
Let me ask you something though. Didn't they re-release this game already on PS4? Like, what is with this shit?
But
Like,
it depends what you count as a re-release. So Persona 5 launched on PS3 and PS4 simultaneously.
oh,
And then a couple of years later, they released Persona 5 Royal, which was some extra DLC and some additional content. Like the game is like 50 or 20% longer, and that's the one we're getting on other platforms this week. By the way, that's 4 days.
And then they made
4 days of Persona
sequel.
5.
And then they
Oh,
made
yeah.
the
Oh, yeah,
dumb fuck
Rainbow
decision
Strike,
to
whatever it
port
was.
Persona 3 Portable. Worst one. Give me FES or give me
Well,
death.
Pretty whack, all right.
I forgot who when I was talking about this. I think it was in Discord or something. But like, I feel like all they do nowadays is just like keep re-releasing the games. Like it's like The Last of Us. It's like, didn't that game just come out like 5 years ago? Like, stop. Like,
Yeah.
just let it breathe.
Yeah,
Now, you know
It's
what?
creative bankruptcy. That's all it is.
It's funny we're talking about re-releases. I did get a new re-release. No More Heroes 3 finally launched on every console. Moe. That's how you pronounce this. It's not Mo like normies. It's Moe.
What is Moe?
It's this thing that Travis always said.
It's
in
what
Heroes
Travis
1.
says in the game.
Like he would like hug his poster, be like Moe. Like I don't know, like
Yeah.
it must be a weep thing. But
I
I
thought
got
you were going
it.
to say it must be a wee thing for a minute.
Technically, it is.
He is
you
an
know-
otaku.
But
Yeah,
I did
that's the
play it on
point.
PS5, and it runs pretty well. But I've been noticing like there is texture issues on this version. Like everything looks like it's washed out a little bit. But other than that, it's a smooth 60
How
frames.
is the
It's fun.
Call of Destroy area compared to the Switch version?
Oh.
Because I know that was choppy as shit.
It's good, but it just has like the issue I had with Call of Battle area is that there's all these invisible walls on areas where they don't want you to go to, so you always run into like you'll see an area that you can definitely see there like, oh, I can walk over this, and it's like, no, you can't, invisible wall. It's like, oh, okay, I have to go around a very long way to get to where I need to go. So it's still that kind of issue, but it's more stable. It is like the
Okay.
overall is still better. Like it runs better than it does on the Switch, obviously. So it's like it's
Right.
solid.
Obviously.
It's a good
So,
re-release.
Theo, why would anyone care about a fully open world action game running at 60 frames per second? God, that's
I-
just like
I-
some weirdo lunatic
Look,
stuff.
I still don't care how it runs.
Your mic's not picking you up, Theo.
It's not.
I can hear him.
Hold up.
Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it's my headphones. They're acting wild.
I'm gonna
You
make
hear him
sure-
now? It's probably just shitty Irish
I
internet.
can hear you now. Someone else
Hello,
says so.
hello, hello.
I can hear John.
The input's
He's
fine.
sounding like he's on a Wii. John, are you talking to me on using a Wii speak at the moment?
Are you just fucking with us right now?
No, I seriously couldn't. I don't think I could hear anyone. I was
Okay.
messing with the cable because these are my old whack ass headphones.
I still
I can
have
hear
a
him
Wii
now.
Speak.
So can you hear me now?
So do I. It came with Animal Crossing. It was Yeah, I can hear you. Now.
Okay.
It was actually surprisingly good.
Yeah, it had a few applications like in Call of Duty Wii games and the Conduit.
Retro, what's with you and using these like old equipment and shit? Like in your stream, you were like, I'm using an old fucking capture card. Now you're using shitty old headphones that don't work. What are you doing?
So no, it's not that they're shitty old. It's just the cable. I've used it so much that it's like frayed almost at one end. They're like 2 years old, but I just use them that much.
So you got to get braided cables though.
Well, I would, but it's the actual like port that they go into on the inside is like super recessed in a specific design choice, so you have to go back to Bose to get the headphone cable.
Dude, I hate that shit. That's like worse. That's even worse than like Apple building entirely proprietary cables. Like when they build a connector that's still the standard connector, but they just make it a shape that you can't fit it in. They should go burn those headphones. Fuck them.
No, they're really good.
Fuck them.
They're really gonna trust me. The cable's fucked up.
But
Like technically, I can just buy the new cable, but it's like €15, and because it's not so bad for that. But the problem is that they give you free shipping on everything over €50, and it's like €35 shipping if you don't. I'm not paying €15 and €35 shipping on a cable. All I have to do is just
So
bend
it's
it a
like
certain way,
Amazon.
it's
If you
fine.
buy so much, you get free shipping.
So why don't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
So next time you buy something online, just include that into your order. Just like throw it in there.
They only seem to sell them on the actual website.
Oh my god.
I say drill a hole so that it's a bigger space so you can just fit a standard 3.5 millimeter in there.
That would be the long term goal, but it might fuck with the noise canceling mics in them.
Fucking piece of shit. I hate that stuff.
So I got
Perfect segue.
Wired master race.
Oh, I'm with you on wired, but I fucking hate this proprietary connector shit.
Yeah, it's a load of bollocks. But here,
I can segue into a perfect thing I want to yell at everyone about. Well, John's left out of it because he just sits in the corner and does quips. But Theo and Retro both have arguments about like performance on games and shit.
There we go.
And I fuck both sides of this argument because like Retro's like this game's not worth playing unless it runs at fucking 60 frames a second.
Excuse me, it's 144 frames per second. Thank you very much.
Whatever the fuck. And then Theo's like, who cares? Like, it's only 30 frames, but that's enough. And it's like, fuck both of these arguments. It's just like, the thing I hate the most is with PC gaming, like, some of the benefit of PC gaming isn't just that you can have games that run at these fucking ridiculous frame rates. It's that you have the access to all of these games. And it's like, I have a mid-range PC from like 4 years ago, and I can still run all the modern games. They're not at 120 frames a second, but I don't give a fuck because I don't play games anymore.
But my whole
They turn
Jesus
on.
Christ.
They turn on.
my whole debate is that I don't care about frames in the sense that, like, if you can play the game, that's fine, but if you play a game that's like 1 frame per second, you're gonna notice it. You're gonna be like, ah, fuck this. Like, if it's like a point where if I could play the game from start to finish, then that's all that matters. If it's like, oh, you can't really play the game, then it's like, okay, then fuck this. Like, that's where I gauge it. If I could play it, then I'm fine with it. If it's like to the point where I just don't want to play it because of how bad it runs, that's where it's like trash.
But so here, I agree with just making it playable. But like, then you have to concede that when you play No More Heroes on PlayStation, it's a better experience than you playing it on Switch.
I would still say the Switch version is the best version, regardless, because I like the way.
That's cap. That's cap.
Well, listen,
Yeah, bullshit.
you have to recharge your beam katana by moving the controller. If you move like the right thumbstick up and down, it's like, yeah, that's doable. But doing this is like faster and much more like fun. Just as you're walking around doing this, yeah, because that's the point. That's like the whole gimmick of it, and it works like in a efficient way. It's more efficient than like breaking your right thumbstick over it. Because you're in a heated
Flimsy
battle.
arguments.
That was in the Wii version. You took the Wii remote.
Waggle gimmick trumps proper performance. Not a chance.
Okay, play
Right,
Travis Strikes Again
here's what
and
I
use
do.
the right thumbstick and tell me how great it is, because you're gonna notice, oh, I'm like mashing like, no, actually take that back. No More Heroes 2, because this one you can definitely feel it. That right thumbstick when you charge it is awful in No More Heroes 2. Because it's like,
Doesn't PlayStation 5 have motion controls though in there? Don't they have a gyro in the controller?
it does, but
Yeah,
I
but
think
it's
you
not
just
in every.
use
It's
it.
not activated in every game.
You can't just like, okay, here's another reason PC gaming's better. You can definitely map to the gyroscope on the PC version of the game.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So you'd be able to get all that shit.
But here's for like I always meme about frame rates a little bit. Some of what I say is hyperbole, okay? Because sure, while I personally love, the reason why I PC game is because I have such high standards and I don't accept trash like all the other stuff. But here's the one that really kills me. As a European, someone who grew up with PAL frame rates. Yeah, this is why. This is exactly back in the 90s. No, back in the 90s, there were like outcry everywhere. We wanted NTSC. Well, not NTSC specifically, but we wanted 60 hertz. But that was the big thing. And on top of that, okay, the real like minimum I always look at it as is 60 frames per second should be the minimum. And not because of like snobbery or whatever it is. Literally, since like since video games have been invented, TVs refresh 60 times per second. I don't care if it's interlaced and 60 different half frames, it's still 60 different frames per second. The main thing with that is if your performance, your screen, your whatever it is, your game, whatever your platform is refreshing at half the time of the default standard of your screen, it's bad. There's literally a reason why it's sluggish and why it's less responsive, because it is refreshing half as much. You're seeing the same frame twice.
I get it now. Retro just has childhood trauma. I played some European ROMs before and it was really disturbing. I understand. It's okay. It's okay, Retro.
I will also add.
He needs those frames. He's getting the frames that were missing in his childhood.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is.
I also add to
that's where they're
my
coming from.
point with No More Heroes 3. I think at this point, like, I don't think there's a definitive way to play it. Like, if you've never played No More Heroes 3, I would just say get whatever version you want. Because if you don't have a Steam Deck, the Switch is great. You can take it on the go and play fine. So I don't think there's like a definitive way to play it. The only reason why I even own the PS5 version of No More Heroes 3 was really just to get the art book and the soundtrack, because otherwise I wouldn't have had those things anyway. So it's like, yeah, I'll get on that and I'll play it for like as a bonus. So that's kind of why I got it again. I didn't get it for the game. It's like, yeah, because they never sell their soundtracks separately. So it's like either buy it for like 60 or get a scalper to sell it to me and hope that the disc doesn't come broken.
But it's like but that's the other thing about like why PC gaming is better, because like, well, Theo's obviously collector, but it's like you could buy a game, right, and you'll be able to play it for years and years, decades even, right? But like with all these console generations, if you update your console, it's like, okay, I guess you have to hold on to this old console, because the backwards compatibility is no longer a thing anymore, which is another reason why consoles were good. Doesn't exist anymore.
Well, it
so it's
kind of does. It's just not with Nintendo. I mean, like PS5 plays every single PS4 game.
You just stick them in?
Yeah, you just put the disc in and it works. Yeah.
Oh, well, not PS3,
Switch.
PS4 though, right?
No.
The Switch is the first to not have backwards compatibility.
That's not 100%. It's the first of the current ones, like the Xbox Series X, for example. It plays every single Xbox One game. It plays lots. Yeah, it plays lots of 360 games. It even plays a bunch of OG Xbox 180 games, and you can put the disc in for all three of those generations, and it works.
Wait a second.
I'll tell you this: you can modify your Wii U. You can play your Wii games regardless. You can play
but we're not
them
talking about emulation. We're talking about like legal
but you can
backwards
modify it to play your GameCube games.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. That's not the same thing.
We're talking straight official supported backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
You can put select OG Xbox 180 games into an Xbox Series X and it will play. It even plays it at native 4K because they've gone back in and redone the code, and some of them even get 60 FPS boost.
Okay, you just made a strong argument for a console though. What's going on with you? You shit from Microsoft?
I'm just spitting facts. That's it, right? It's facts. Now, of course,
here's where the fuckery comes in. Here's where the fuckery comes in. I swear there's games, I think at least PS3 era, definitely like Xbox 360 era, where you'd put a game in and you'd have to get updates over the internet for it to fucking work. So what happens when you put a game like that in?
That is technically like in the same way. So basically, if you put one of the backwards compatible games, ignore Xbox One, let's go Xbox 360 or Xbox OG 180, and you put the disc in, it actually downloads. It does download the game again via the internet. It's a backwards compatible version of it. But when you put the disc in, it checks it like DRM. It says you're authorized to do it, and it will download it for you for free. It doesn't play off the disc. It just authorizes you to download the compatible version.
Interesting. I'm surprised they support that, but that's interesting. I guess I've been out of the console game since PS3, so I'm like,
when Microsoft announced that backwards compatibility, it was really around the time where like Xbox One was slowly starting to get more traction after like PS4 like just outsold them. So this was like their big like answer to that, and then that's kind of where everything switched to them.
Interesting. Because I've been anti-console, and this is the other point I was going to bring up. Nintendo is the only company that makes consoles that have any purpose. Because, like, the Switch is amazing because it's like you take those little controllers off, and then you can give one to your friend, and you can have 4 of them, and you just have a little session of just, like, these gimmick controllers. It's great. It's, like, a different type of toy than the computer, but, like, a PS5 is just a fucking computer that's underpowered. Like, why would I want that? So I support Switch existing all day, and if you port to the Switch, it's like now you have a game you can take portably, but then you'll just say Steam Deck, so whatever.
But you can't take.
I was gonna say, but
okay, well, actually, you know what? You can throw this into the wrench though. If something's wrong with the Joy-Con of the Switch, you can just buy a new one. If the Steam Deck, if the analog stick is broken, you have to send the whole device back to Valve, and then they might fix it. I've seen a lot of threads on Reddit where a lot of people are like, oh, look, my joystick came off because it accidentally fell. I gotta send it back to Valve. It's like, oh, that's cool.
No, that's not true at all. Valve specifically went out of their way to team with iFixit. They sell every single part of the Switch individually and give detailed instructions step by step for your average person.
Every part of the what, Retro? Every part of the what?
What did I
Every
say?
part of you said every part of the Switch.
Oh, I meant to say every part of the stick. Sorry, every part of the Switch. Get rid of every part of the deck. Okay, the deck. Freudian slip there, lads.
Oh yeah, because you love the Switch.
Yeah, it's the best thing ever, lads. But no, they do give detailed instructions and sell every individual part, except I think it's like the main board. So your average end user can use that to replace pretty much any part on the Steam Deck, not the Switch.
But can like a baby like
Well, you know what's funny?
Say again?
like could I do but like is it like how easy and like noob friendly is doing that whole process?
Well, I don't know. They've given like step-by-step visual instructions and all as well, but given the fact that you couldn't use a Steam Deck dock,
No, okay, okay. This is the thing. Okay, I plugged it in, and the first thing it did the smallest resolution, like it must have been like 180p or some default thing that, and then you have to like scale it up to whatever thing you want. I told it to do auto. It does auto. The screen is black. I can't see shit. I tried unplugging it, tried turning it on, turning it off, plugged into my Samsung model. Turns on just fine. So I had like the PS3. If you had the PS3 and you put it into a new TV, but you don't set up the resolution, you have to memorize how many clicks to get to the settings and how many clicks to get to the resolution menu and pick the right resolution so that you can go up from there. That's what I had to do.
I think that might be your TV, Theo. I've put PS3s between like multiple screens, standard def, high def, all different types of like physical connector output. I've never once needed to do that.
I had to do that because even with the PS3, when I used to capture the PS3 for the first time, I had to go from HDMI to composites of HDCP at that point. This is before I had the HDCP splitter. That I had to like go manually. I had to do all those like system settings nonsense to do it. Yeah, if you can plug into HDMI, it does auto adjust normally. But the Steam Deck, it just went to a black screen. I couldn't figure it out because it was all dark. It worked fine. I had to plug into my old Samsung, look at the resolution settings, because then I realized the Steam Deck it does not remove resolution settings that it doesn't support. So let's say you plug into your TV and your TV is at 60 hertz. You can tell the Steam Deck, I want like 4K 60 frames or whatever. My TV doesn't support both those formats at the same time. I have to pick one or the other. So if I pick that, it goes to a black screen. I had to lower it back down to like 1080p and 60 frames or whatever, 60 hertz. And then it returned the visuals. I've tried that because after I got the screen to show up again, I tried going to the max setting and it just went to a black screen. It's not the Steam Deck dock itself, it's the TV. Because I know the TV is 60 hertz. It's just, for some reason...
But it's
Yeah,
probably not 60 at 4K. A lot of people don't know this because they're not really, it's not too much of a thing these days. If you have an older TV, like maybe pre-2010, if you put in a resolution higher than the TV supports, it gives you a black screen.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but that's the thing is that go ahead.
My TV is like a 4K TV though. It's but it's like 40.
Is it an early one that?
I don't know. I got
like
because I got it recently.
An old version of HDMI.
I want to say it's like 3 years old right now because it's one of the latest Sony models at the time.
Oh, there's your problem. You bought a Sony TV.
Whatever.
Well,
but I think really what.
No.
I was gonna say I had a Samsung and it became a lemon within a year, so I think this is better than that already.
Well, yeah, stay away from Samsung as well. They're not. Like I literally, as my job, I literally buy hundreds, if not thousands, of TVs daily, and I meet with all the reps. I see the specs. I go through all the spec sheets, all of that shit. You want to stay for now for the last like 2 or 3 years, probably for next year too. If anyone is buying a TV, you buy a decent LG model.
I buy the cheapest fucking TCL ones that come with like rifles built into them. I've never had a problem.
I have to buy those too. It hurts me inside, but I don't buy them for me. I buy them for work.
Dude, I pay fucking my latest TV. It's 4K. I paid $250 for it. Actually, I paid $100 something for it because I bought it secondhand from someone.
Oh my
it's
God.
a TCL, running strong, baby.
if this was
And
my
it was
if this
fun.
was my stream, I'd be smashing my Steam Deck for like responses right now.
But I will say, once I got the Steam Dock working, I should say I had a blast with it. It actually works a lot better than I thought. Because I had that JSOC stock whatever that was like all the rage for a while, and that one was okay. It's doable. Like it could handle like normal games, but this actually like handles so many games so well. It's like, oh, finally, I can actually plug into the TV and relax. So I had a gamer moment. I was like, oh, I got an idea. I'll just have the Steam Deck dock downstairs, plug that into the TV, play Chrono Trigger on that, whatever. Go upstairs if I'm ready to go to bed, just bring my Steam Deck there, game a little bit as I sleep, then plug that into the dock there as I sleep. It's perfect. Brilliant setup.
Damn, Theo, you play games in your sleep, dude? It's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah. Gamers don't
Man.
sleep.
Just because we're talking about it and I have it here beside me, I think I posted it the other day, but still. Switch stuff, lads.
What the hell?
Yeah.
That's
I said the
my big
same
Horror
shit. This
Arcade
dude
Rap
like
5.
shits on Switch and he buys a fucking like fight stick for the Switch. Like it's
No, okay. For the record, I bought this years ago. Okay, I bought this when
you were a Nintendo
Ultra
fan.
Street Fighter 2 was coming out. No, when Ultra Street Fighter 2 was coming out, because this is the Rap 5. The other stuff, other platforms only had the Rap 4, and this has a dedicated switch. Oh, Switch, I know. Okay, a dedicated toggle to switch to PC. Damn it, I said Switch anyway. To change to PC mode. Because I can use it on the PC for like Cuphead and beat 'em up games and stuff like that.
You know-
when Shredder's Revenge came out a few weeks ago, I played it with this. Cowabunga Collection, I should have played it with this.
Yeah, I've been meaning to ask this. Do Switch controllers and stuff have good compatibility with PCs? Because
Yeah,
I
it's
want to
just
get a
with
new
Steam.
controller with. Really? Okay. Because I want to get a controller with gyro aim, and I've been thinking about getting a Switch Pro controller, but I don't know if it's like gonna work with my
I
computer.
think
So a lot of them,
them
don't have native ones in Windows. Obviously, Xbox controllers do. DualShock 4, I can't remember if it does. DualShock 5, Switch Pro, and I think the Joy-Cons all have Steam support. They're
This is a hot
built in.
take, but I don't like PlayStation controllers. I never
They're
really.
pretty much garbage.
Uh,
PS1 and 2 are fine, but everything after 3 or 3 and beyond are garbage.
I like DualShock 5.
Yeah, I've been using Xbox One controllers. I think it's like a perfect controller, but I want a gyro in it, and I don't think any Xbox, maybe that like $300 controller, but I'm not spending $300 on a controller.
Doesn't. I
Doesn't
have
have
two.
gyro?
Here's one. I have
Oh,
no, but
Jesus.
I have one for my Xbox over there, one for my PC here.
You know what?
Neither of them have it.
It just hit me. He doesn't want to spend like $30 or whatever on a cord, but he has like a $100 controller, like 2 of them.
It comes with a braided cord, but look at this. Look, braided.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
pay extra $70 for it.
Oh, I don't care. It's a micro USB cable. I mean, I could get a braided one off Amazon for like a $5.
Yeah. Wait, what were you gonna say, Theo? He doesn't pay for cords, but he pays $100 for a controller.
Yeah. That's what I said.
That's it.
Yeah. I just want everyone
Welcome
to
to
know
the world
that.
of PC gaming, lads.
Well, I will say, see, I think Theo is already singing some of the praises of PC gaming, because one thing he said about the Switch, hey, if your Joy-Con breaks, just slap another one on. And you know what that is? That's modular components, which is one of the best things about PCs, because like I was saying,
True.
I had a PC that was outdated when I bought it, but I can still upgrade it. Like I'm about to get a new graphics card, and it brings it into a new life. Spend a couple $100. So like, I don't know. PC gaming's better, but
Yeah.
fuck it. If you just want to plug and play, like again.
No, you can't even say plug and play nowadays with modern consoles. Turn on the console. Oh, you need an update. Put in the game. Oh, you need an update.
I didn't
I
have to,
agree, but
I didn't have to update to play Guilty Gear, so there you go. What about
And
that?
here's a great example. I think I said this on stream a couple of days ago. A great example of exactly what Charles just said. One day I wanted to watch Blu-ray And I decided I turned on my Xbox, and it said, "Oh, you need a console update." And of course, right, console updates on. I think this was Xbox One at the time, so it would have taken like 20 minutes. So I said, "You know what? Fuck it, I'll stay offline and do it." So I stay offline. I put the disc in. Oh, you need to update your Blu-ray app in order to do this, to watch this Blu-ray. I press OK. Oh, you need to update to the latest console firmware in order to connect to the internet to download the Blu-ray app update. I didn't watch the thing. Because it took me like 25 minutes to download an update. By then, I didn't want to watch it.
PlayStation doesn't have updates for the Bluray player. You just pop it in and watch a movie. So there you go.
That's just the Blu-ray player. You'd have to update your console, and you try to put it in. You update the game.
You don't have to.
Well, if you want to get all the stuff, it's just not plug and play. That's the principle.
But here's the biggest negative though of gaming on the PC is that no matter how high end your shit is, there's a possibility that you might not be able to play a game because some weird configuration error, or like you'll have to update like an ini file because like the resolution doesn't match and you get fucked for it.
I hear this all the time. Like you see all these people that like on Reddit or whatever, and it's like, oh, I have a much better PC than my PS5, but I buy games on PS5 because they just work. And when I boot it up, I don't want to spend 4 hours trying to get it to work on my PC. Literally never happens. These people do not have a PC. It's fake news.
I literally heard DSP say that.
A handful of games that have like specific broken things, but they're in the vast minority. For example, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance is capped to 1080p unless you go into the INI file and manually edit it yourself, which takes 5 seconds. Sure, not everyone might know how to do it. It's not the most easy. Well, it is very easy, but it's not the most commonly known thing about it. But again, that's down to the very, very, very small minority of bad ports / broken games.
Okay, see, this is exactly why I have to say, like, 90% of what you're saying is great, but like, it's true. But some of it's bullshit. Sometimes the games are fucked up. It happens. But I think someone who can't update an ini file is an idiot and should be shot into space. Like, it's like you just end a text file and shut up.
Yeah, you just open a notepad. But it's not that. It's more so that your average person isn't going to know that unless they go to the Steam forums and see whatever it is and stuff like that. Like,
yeah,
I wouldn't have known about that randomly by default, and I've been like gaming on PC for over 20 years, building PCs for nearly 20 years, and I wouldn't have known that unless at one point I went to something to say, oh hey, go and look for this file in the root folder, change this default value from like 1 to 0, or manually type in the resolution, hit save, and away you go.
Yeah, which sounds like what Yoshi says. I can't play Red Alert 2 because the game starts at a weird resolution that won't display on my 2K monitor and needs a workaround. Update the ini file, man. What?
Yeah,
Red Alert 2 is a very old game.
Yes, that's it. It's very old games that can give like issues because basically anything that
Like
was
trying
made
to run
pre Windows 7 can have issues. Some of it has great backwards compatibility, it's built into Windows and all as well. But sure, until Windows 7 came along, PC gaming, especially in the Vista era, was hit or miss.
Okay, this is what you do, Yoshi. You get RetroArch, you install a DOSBox core, and you run Red Alert through that and stop complaining.
I think Yoshi only bought Red Alert 2 because of the girl on the front of the box.
Okay, now I gotta look this shit up.
I'm pretty sure she's like the Russian chick with a schoolgirl uniform in red or something like that.
This looks like
been a
a
long
mixture of...
Is that Red Alert 3?
Possibly.
Red Alert 2 looks like that looks like fucking a cross between Sagat and Rolento from Street Fighter.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong one then.
Oh, now I gotta look it up. Red Alert 2.
Maybe that's what turns him on. Are you into Sagat from Street Fighter?
No, not really. But I the combination I just wanted to see.
Yeah, sorry, it's Red Alert 3 I'm thinking of. There's one girl here who's in like the Nazi dominatrix outfit, but then there's another one which is Red Alert 3 Uprising, where she's dressed in like Chinese stuff with a red schoolgirl outfit.
Okay, Red Alert 3
as fuck.
Red Alert 3 looks like a better game. I'll say it. 2 looks like junk. Delete that game. Don't bother. Stick with 2.
No, is it because you like the design of the girl on the cover? Like the
man.
design.
The design, dude.
He loves the game. Remember, he likes the art style. It means time too.
And Yoshi says that game sucks.
You know what? That's probably why they made the cover like that. It's like, yeah, this will just attract the suckers to buy it anyway. Fuck it. That's the
Oh,
one
wait,
thing.
they got variant covers too. There's one with her ass in the front, and then there's one with her in a schoolgirl outfit. And they really tried to market it to horny little cartoon boys.
As what one of my Steam Deck things says, look at that guy, what a mark.
I'm a wizard.
A little bit of the we got a little bit of the bubbly.
Should we talk about the Bayonetta situation, or do we run that to the ground in the Discord?
I don't think
Well,
there's much
Theo's
to
our
say
regular
about it.
Bayonetta aficionado, so we'll
Like-
defer to him.
I don't know. I feel like everything that had to be said is already said, because the thing is I understand where Helena Taylor's coming from. So it's not like, yeah, fuck her or whatever. But it's more like there was a disagreement. Obviously, they didn't go forward with anyone, and she just was like upset about that, which I get. At the same time, like, asking for a boycott, it's like, yeah, boycotts are just not going to work. No boycott in gaming history has worked. I mean, everyone wanted to boycott Left 4 Dead 2, and look how that turned out. People wanted to boycott Blizzard, and Blizzard still...
Wait, why did people want to boycott Left 4 Dead 2? I've literally
Because-
never heard of that.
Oh, because people were so upset, saying, like, this is like Left 4 Dead 1. I'm not buying this. They're just trying to rip it off. This should have been DLC. So they just didn't want to buy it because of that. So they called for a boycott.
That's a legitimate reason, though.
It is, but no one did it anyway. So that's like my point. Like, everyone can have their own boycott.
It's the same thing with like in the Pokemon Sword and Shield or whatever. It's like they left out all of our Pokemon. We're gonna boycott it. It sold like
Okay.
fucking 20 million copies.
Yeah. So like,
Please.
if
Stop the
people-
presses. Stop the presses.
If people,
Wait, stop the presses. We have a new issue here. When John was talking, Theo was clearly trying to say something, and I couldn't hear him at all.
Oh no,
That was
actually,
the same problem I had earlier.
I think my webcam is like fucking with you guys, because I've noticed there was a huge delay because I finished talking and the video still had me talking.
Uh-oh. Fucking
So-
magic tricks over here.
This is what happens when you run at 30 frames per second. Hi-oh! you have to
On a
catch
Mac.
up, you know.
But yeah,
That's
like,
hilarious.
that's how I feel. It's like I'm still gonna play Bayonetta 3 anyway, but it's like, yeah, I didn't really like Bayonetta for the voice. It was like, yeah, the gameplay is rad. I'll just play it for that. And I've been wanting 3 for years, so it's like, yeah, like I get the issue, but it's like, no matter what I do, it doesn't really help her. It's not like she's gonna become Bayonetta again in Bayonetta 3 if I don't buy the game.
I really like the Bayonetta voice, actually, but besides that, it's like...
And
I
just,
think this whole thing is just a personal issue.
yeah,
Like, they clearly...
It's a gamer.
Offering your $4,000... What?
It's a gamer thing. It's
Gamer?
really, it's really only like gamers and stuff like that where they make such a big deal out of the whole thing. Like when Kiefer Sutherland replaced David Hayter in like Metal Gear series and all as well. And then there's this. Now think of this where I'm going to use a different comparison. In I don't know if Storm is in the chat, but I better be careful with this one. When you look at the film industry, after Iron Man 1, they recast Rhodey because Rhodey wanted more money because he said, "Oh, clearly I'm
Howard.
a bit more important," and so they recast him, something which would cost millions, not $4,000, and it has a much bigger presence and a much bigger fandom and a much bigger following in general because it's literally Marvel Cinematic Universe versus.
And for
game.
a reason,
However,
they
so,
recast
one
Edward Norton as the Hulk for Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah,
Is that
but
for the
okay.
same reason though?
I don't think those are two good comparisons because, okay, Edward Norton is actually...
Rhodey literally wanted more money.
I know, but okay, Edward Norton chose not to be in the next movie, so that doesn't count. Fucking what's his name? Terrence Howard. He wasn't the main character, so it would be a different thing if they replaced Robert Downey Jr. Terrence Howard was like people who don't know the comics don't even give a fuck what War Machine is. Even people that like are even like kind of know what comics are. Like they're like, whatever, War Machine, who cares? So like that's not as big of a thing as recasting the main character who's been playing the character for 10 years. You know what I mean?
Well, okay, but to be fair, you said for 10 years. It's 2 games over the span of like 14
No,
years.
she was in Anarchy Reigns. She was in Super
okay,
Smash
not that.
Brothers. She
Uh,
was
she got,
in-
like,
And she was in the anime.
Reused lines.
No.
I only counted Bayonetta 1 and 2.
Well, actually,
Fair.
she did do the voice recording for Smash Brothers Wii U and the Wii U one because she is credited for that, but not for Ultimate. So I think Ultimate is when they reuse her audio. but-
I had just assumed they just pulled several voice lines from, the actual Bayonetta games, just dropped them into
Well,
Smash. Because realistically, she probably has like, what, a dozen lines, 20 lines, and they're like 4 words each?
Yeah, it's like
Is it
ask
really...
your mom and
But I think with
Like, sure, count
But isn't
Bayonetta
it-
1 and 2, absolutely.
But with this, it's also like a sign. Like she's a smaller voice actor, and it was kind of obvious that Platinum just wanted to exploit like cheap labor from a small-time voice actress like her. But they got Jennifer Hale as a replacement, so that's whatever. Like as far as like, oh, what about the new voice actress? I think Jennifer Hale will do fine. She's a good voice actress as well. But I just think it's just they wanted to get like a cheaper deal with her and not pay.
Well,
More.
they're not going to get a cheaper deal with Jennifer.
Not even close. It's gonna be millions of dollars.
She's
Well, yeah, but that's what.
well, it probably won't be millions, but she's literally the most prolific voice actress in the world.
Yeah,
She
I
has
think
an
what it
Guinness
is
award
is
for
like
it.
maybe she works on like Jennifer Hale obviously has her choice of voice acting roles, so she probably picks like a dozen or so. So she probably was like, "Hey, I'll take this money for scale."
Jennifer
or whatever.
Hill definitely goes into a studio, doesn't even know what she's doing the voice for, and says, "Okay, what am I supposed to sound like?" And then just does. On with this game. So that's how many games she's in, dude. She fucking walks
Oh,
in the booth
yeah,
and she's
but-
like, "What's this bullshit I'm reading?" There's no way she
That's why I
cares.
said
Well,
And then
that she probably has her pick.
no, I'm saying, but she probably just cranks them out because she's in like every fucking
Yeah.
game.
So like she probably would take less money to do this role. Be like, "Hey, you want to offer me $4,000 for just a couple hours of work? Okay, I'll bang this out. Go on to the next one."
That's actually not a bad. If it's that few of work.
There's a big thing though that some people are forgetting in this one. She's one of like the highest tier in the SAG-AFTRA Guild, which is all like union stuff, which have specific rates of pay and specific requirements and all of that as well. And that even stems from stuff. It's like it depends on the state, but it's something like I think it's $100 or $250 per hour, and like maximum 4-hour days and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
depending on how long.
And that's why I mentioned like the scale type of pay. Like you can take an actor can like work on scale, which is basically minimum wage, sort of.
Yeah. Well, I mean, did you guys watch the videos that she put
I
out?
watched the first 2. I know she put out 4 of them. I didn't watch.
I
the other
watched
2.
one and I just didn't
I
watch
watched-
the rest.
I watched all of them.
All right.
Okay, I watched all of them. Here's what my theory is. This woman's like, I watched all the videos. She's, I'll say, a little kooky. Like she's a weirdo, kind of. I think she just was like a weirdo in the studio, and like they just probably made people uncomfortable, and they're like, we don't want to work with this woman, so let's just offer her some farcical amount of money so she doesn't take it. And and then she's pissed off, and rightfully so, right? But they just didn't want to hire her, and instead of being like forward about it and just firing her, they were like, okay, we'll offer her something, thinking, and maybe she's like really kooky, and they were probably like, she'll just like take it or something or whatever it was, and she didn't stand for it. So it's like,
But
I don't know. The thing that bothers me about it is like, I'm bothered that I thought Kamiya was just like played an asshole on TV. I didn't know he was actually an asshole.
Have you
'Cause
read
this
his
whole, like,
Twitter?
thing of like, what?
but why would she?
I said,
You said-
did you ever read his Twitter?
Yeah, I thought it was like a big joke.
Twitter is a meme.
Yeah, I thought it was a big joke. And then, but like, there's nothing worse. I hate that tactic of, like, this woman put out a statement. She said all of these things, and he goes, "There's lies. I can't believe people believe the lies." And that's all you say. That doesn't help the situation. You might as well have said nothing. He's a dick.
But like, why would she?
Really disappointing.
The only
I'm gonna
issue
pirate his games now.
with that theory, I don't understand though. Like, why would she go through the audition? Like, if they didn't want to hire her, they just wouldn't have like given her a call back. They would have just been like, okay, we got this other person, and just went on with that. Like, why
Yeah,
go
because
through
she's
the
a weird.
emotions?
Because weren't man enough to just fire her.
Well, yeah,
They're
but she
like,
didn't
okay,
have.
let's like pretend she has to audition
But
again.
but she wouldn't be fired
Yeah.
though because she doesn't have the job. Because if she had the job, she wouldn't have to go to the audition in the first place. She would have just been there.
I think
Right,
they
they're
want
trying to get rid of-
continuity.
I think
I'm
they-
not weird
I
shit,
think they
Yoshi.
should-
I love weird people.
They just decide
But
I just think they just wanted to get cheap
and
labor
get her
from.
at bare minimum kind of thing.
I just
well,
think
what,
they
what do you
just.
think happened with Kojima
Well, Kojima. Was,
and David Hayter? Like,
well, Kojima just loves.
They made
Kojima.
him-
Hated David
Yeah,
Hayter,
you-
apparently.
do you think?
Because Kiefer Sutherland would have cost significantly more money than David Hayter.
Yeah, but there was no like because they didn't like.
Do you
Cast,
think that was
well, there was no drama because
Legitimate?
David Hayter
That
didn't
was-
say shit. I think
what?
with David Hayter, it was more of like because when they dubbed the games, like he had to keep auditioning because Kojima was not involved with the English dubbing of Metal Gear. That was a whole other department that was handling that. When it came to MGS5, like Kojima just
Bullshit. Wait a second.
look up how translations work, dude. Because they have a whole casting director. They have a whole different like studio to
You
do
think
it.
Kojima had nothing to do with hiring Keith?
No, I'm not saying no. Kojima.
Kojima's a weirdo who just wants to work with Hollywood actors.
No, I'm saying
it depends because Kojima wanted
Kurt Russell.
Kurt
Three.
Russell. Yeah, Kurt Russell for free, but Konami wouldn't give him the money to hire Kurt Russell because naturally he's significantly more expensive as a Hollywood actor versus David Hayter. But yet they gave him the money for Kiefer Sutherland, who would probably cost significantly more
2 games
than
later.
Kurt Russell for 5. Now, obviously, gaming has changed, and obviously the gaming has changed, and it's a bit more cinematic, not just the 24 FPS frame rates. But
with Kiefer
you
though,
get
I was
the
just
idea.
saying like that was like
Yeah, I
the
was gonna
first
say-
instance that he took responsibility for the English dubbing for MGS5. Like before that, he had no say with the English dub other than like approving translations of the script or whatever. But the MGS5 was.
But
when
here's
he
the
first-
thing.
Well, I did that.
He didn't want David Hayter, so he might as well have just been like, David, you don't have the job. I want Kiefer Sutherland. Go away. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what's
Well, yeah,
the
but
point of it? It's just a farce. Like, there's no need to make him go through the audition process.
But he didn't.
maybe it was a courtesy.
Well, I don't think he did.
Yeah,
the-
right. A courtesy.
Well, did he audition for MGS5? I thought he only auditioned for
I
like
don't
the
think
other
he
games.
did. I don't think he was ever asked.
Yeah, because
Oh,
they,
really?
they went in
Yeah,
wanting to
yeah.
do like a whole motion capture movie thing with MGS5, so that's why, like, because they hyped up like the Fox Engine, like, oh, we scanned Kiefer's face in and we kind of mixed it in with Big Boss's face, and there you go. Like, that was a big thing.
To be fair, that's a really good engine.
Oh yeah, but it's just he was talking like showing like the motion capture.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing. Too bad they made only one good game with it and a
Yeah,
really
Ground
shitty
Zeroes
one.
was the good one.
No, you forgot about Metal Gear Survive. That was the bad one.
Yay! Well, Phantom Pain was our.
Oh, whatever.
So, but like that is a great example. Just the fact that it's one thing I've always said. Technically, the core mechanics, like from a mechanical side, MGS5 is great in the sense that like the motion, the animation, what you can do, how you can do it, and all as well. The problem is there's nothing to do with it all. Like in the world itself and in
What
the
do you
levels of the
mean?
game and all itself. But yeah, I can do that in
Can you?
MGS3 or what? No, okay, I can do that in Peace Walker,
Okay,
a
fair
PSP
enough.
game. But it's just it's the principle. Like it's like they have this amazing tool to work with, but they do nothing with it because
Which
of
makes-
the game.
I think
Which
the
is
first,
why they need to hurry up and someone remake the first game, or make it because of on PC. We'll be fine.
I
No,
think
you know what needs to happen is I wish modding communities were much bigger because Metal Gear Solid 5 is like rich for getting mods in. Like, you were playing Doom the other day. If it had a mod community like Doom, like, Jesus, it would be.
Oh.
They can make amazing things. Like you said, there's a great world to work with. But
By the
fuck
way,
it.
your
I mean,
audio,
they probably have.
both of your audios were cutting in and out like a lot earlier. By the way, so like half the
Oops.
stuff you said is gone. So
Was it just for you, or was it everyone in the stream? Because
It
I
was-
could hear Charles perfectly the
it
entire
was.
time.
It's on my end.
I heard
Like,
Charles perfectly.
I think you three are fine. It's just on my end because I'm trying to listen to you guys and it's been cutting out, and I'm recording on my end. So, like, whatever I hear, the stream chat hears as well. So, like, that's why like we couldn't hear you.
I think you need to buy a PC deal.
this is going to be the lost episode. they'll never know.
I should have been.
You'll never know.
They'll
should've
never know all the
been
racist
recording the entire time.
retros.
It was fine last time we did it. I don't know what's going on. It's weird. We'll see what happens. Whatever. Fine. I'll
Cut the
figure
bit rate
something out.
down.
You know, I honestly think this might be Discord's fault.
Yeah, I agree.
We
Probably.
might need to find a better chat platform because I think Discord might kind of suck.
What else is there to use these days?
I don't know. Zoom.
Everyone always just
Zoom.
hinges on like one thing. Zoom.
Zoom.
I uninstall that shit as soon as I finish college.
Google Meet.
Oh, you can't say the G word to Theo
Why not?
Why?
because
shit.
it has to be Apple.
I use
Apple-
I use
We use
Google
Apple.
Meet.
iCloud, Apple Cloud, Apple.
Then why are we using Discord? Where's the Apple version? Why don't we use iMessage?
Yes, he's not allowed to use it.
We need the M3 chip.
That would be
Can't hear Theo.
I think we should end this podcast at this point. How long has it been going? How long is
Really? It's only been 40 minutes. We should talk about Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger.
It's been an hour, by the way, not 40 minutes. Okay. But
Well,
we can.
I think that's the time you went live.
It's an hour and change. But fine, okay, we can talk about I can talk about Chrono Trigger. I'll talk about it. I know what I want to say about this game. The game has been nothing but getting better and better each time I play it. I beat that like water gremlin guy, whatever the fuck. The only thing is that I only beat him because I had like the princess and the main character do the aura whirl over and over as the other one does fire damage. So I just kept doing that, and that was enough to like beat him. So I was like, okay, this is fine. I did it. And then I moved on, and now I have to go back to the Middle Ages.
Good strategy.
It is a good strategy. I just wanted to like, I just like unloading all this damage on enemies, and it's like, oh, I'll just do it like one at a time or whatever. But it's good. I really am enjoying it. At first, like every session, I've been liking it more and more each time. So I'm glad I'm actually like playing it.
What characters do you have so far?
I still have just like the three main characters you get at the beginning and the robot.
And a robot.
And the robot I kind of benched. I don't know if I want to use them ever again.
Wow, you haven't got that far from 2
Yeah,
weeks
how,
ago.
how have you not gotten far?
I wanted
Like,
to.
have you played it for like
I
2
really
minutes and stop?
no. I really wanted.
He played them fighting games, didn't he?
I really wanted to play it more, but that fucking that gremlin under the waterfall, whatever the fuck, just kept killing me every time, and it just pissed me off. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll try again tomorrow. Boot it up again. Wipe my party every single attempt. I don't know how I beat it that last time because I did the same like method before. I guess I just got really lucky. It's like, okay, I'll just fucking beat it. But I just kept getting bodied, and then like they had the crossplay beta for Guilty Gear Strive and the rollback beta for
There it
Revelator.
is.
So it's like that took the weekend, and I felt like shit on Friday. So I
I
didn't.
knew it was coming.
But I felt like shit on Friday, so I didn't want to play the game feeling like shit because it's like, yeah, I'm probably gonna hate it if I'm like not like feeling like shit playing it. But I will try to play it more because now I feel a little bit better than I did Friday.
Next time we have to do a fucking intervention.
Theo,
We gotta do an intervention for
Stop.
Theo.
Like
Alright.
you played enough fighting games. Leave fighting games alone. Leave them alone.
But need to get good, man. If I stop playing, I'll be rusty and then I'll get bodied all the time.
Yeah, how will you get to a competitive level? Oh lord.
But yeah, I want.
Who's,
I just
oh,
want
no,
to play it more. But
you do you have
man.
any more to say, Chrono Trigger?
Well, I was gonna say.
Oh no! What were you gonna say?
All right, wait a second.
It is Theo, right? You.
Yeah, Theo, I think your shit is all fucked up.
Yeah.
just say it. Say it.
No, like you're like I think no one can talk at the same time as you.
Shit. Well, I'll just hang up and
and-
call.
He can't even talk at the same time as himself half the time. It's like if he
Theo, your shit's
if he
busted.
remains perfectly still and talks, you might be able to get away with it.
Hold on, I'm just gonna quit out of Discord and relaunch it. I don't know why. Like it worked before. I don't even have that many resources. What the fuck? This is bullshit. It's not my fault. I think it's Discord. That's my working theory. I think we should who's in charge of Discord? Who's in charge of that shit? We gotta get rid of him. It's your fault for owning a Meg. No, so that can't be it. I refuse to believe that. That's anti-Mac propaganda. I will not stand for that. Have you tried putting OBS into performance mode? There's performance mode? Okay. I mean, Discord's also in like streamer mode. Damn it. Maybe I should try streaming on my laptop.
Maybe it's something with his OBS configuration.
Okay.
Whoa,
Well,
I haven't
it's- hopefully
used
it's
for a
working now.
while. hasn't
Theo,
it?
Theo, say something.
Oh,
it looks like we're pointing a gun at him right now.
How's this? Is this better? I hope it's
Maybe.
better.
It,
Okay,
it
once-
looks fine so far.
Yeah, once you got off, we all could talk and it was fine.
Oh wow! Everyone was. It's like everyone was happy and got along without me. Then I came back and it's like a stormy storm came in and ruined everything.
Yeah, we gotta figure it out. What were we talking about 5 seconds ago? Oh, you need an intervention, Theo.
Yeah,
We need to do a Guilty Gear intervention.
yeah. Less fighting games, more good games.
Hey, Guilty Gear is the hot shit. Everyone loves that game. Everyone talks about it and says it's great. Everyone's happy about it. It's a positive
All 5 people.
environment.
Isn't that dead game? Oh no, wait, that's Skullgirls. Never mind.
Oh my god. Here's my proposal. I think you should stream Chrono Trigger so John, Retro, and I can harass you while you're streaming it.
All right, I can do that.
We can just heckle you every time.
Now that the Stream Deck is working, yeah, I'll do it. Steam Deck, I mean. But yeah, I'll stream it.
Fun.
Yeah, because
that was
I don't know
fun.
how you fucking
No,
lose
see,
to the guy under the waterfall so badly.
You know what the problem with that is though, right? Theo streams like once every 4 weeks. He'll never finish the game.
It'll be
I mean,
like on and off.
it'll probably it'll be fast. You'll be faster than Retro's progress because you won't like fucking take a shower in the middle of the stream and then get too drunk and fall down the stairs or whatever.
It makes for good content, right? It makes for good streaming. Listen,
Take a
I
deep
can't.
tour, watch the guild.
I can't help if I sat there for 8 hours straight doing a single stream, right? Leave me out of this.
But yeah, so I guess we don't have much to talk about in the way of Chrono Trigger because John is gonna lose his fucking shit if he can't talk about all the spoilers he wants to talk about.
And Theo played it for about 5 minutes in the last 10 minutes.
I
Exactly.
technically played it longer.
Right,
It's just I kept
it's
dying.
some bullshit.
Yes, John's about to blow up the stream. But yeah. What else has everyone been playing in the past? I know what Retro's been playing, but what have you been playing off stream?
What's up, Jeppo?
Oh, Aang, Theo hasn't even really started Chrono Trigger. He's only gotten to the future and beat the boss, and that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, I went back in time,
Yeah.
fought like a little troll under the water, and now like they're telling me to go to the Middle Ages.
So
To be
basically, this is
fair-
now.
No, but
Okay.
to be fair, once you get to the future, like that's for me the very first time I played Chrono Trigger, which was like in the year 2000, because we didn't have it over here. So I've no nostalgia for the game in that way. When you get to the future for the first time, so it's the bit Tio's already gone by. Like that's when it really sinks in, just the different, because you've only seen 1000 AD and the same area in 600 AD, so it's similar. But then you go like to the far future, and it's completely different. The music is completely different. The layout and like the style of what's happened, the situation in the future is all completely different, and it really hits you with just how different everything is, because it's not like you're going to the same area in 680, 780, 880, 980, and 1080. It's completely different. So it really, I think it really hits you when you get to the future for the first time.
Yeah, but I think you have to get like the game is amazing even in the beginning, but I think it takes till like the 7th hour to get to where it really gets interesting. Like once you get to the part, like after you get all the party members that you can have, then it's like this game is fucking unreal. Because, okay, a little bit of a spoiler, I guess, but you know how in every RPG there gets to be a point where like you have like a boat and then you have an airship and then like you are like kind of free to roam everywhere? Chrono Trigger has that, but it's just way deeper than that. And it's like way earlier in the game than like the airship thing. Like, because the game just completely opens up and it's like, it's just it's an amazing game, but you have to get to that point. And you're nowhere near it.
He'll get there. He'll get there.
I say you stream it so we can shit on you.
Alright. No, I'll stream it, and then you're gonna see the game actually.
I'm up for that. I'm up for seeing how bad Theo is at Chrono Trigger.
Oh, he's probably gonna be great.
This is how you don't play incoming.
Oh no!
If someone makes that, I'll feature it. I'll be like, hell yeah, because who cares how good I am at a game? It's about playing it.
It's about having a good time, friends.
Exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, this is now a roundtable discussion. We know Theo's been getting his drug fix of Guilty Gear. John, what have you been playing?
I know I've told Retro this, but after I beat Chrono Trigger, I went through and played like 4 Dragon Quest games.
4?
Yeah, I beat in the time it's taking Theo to fucking not beat Chrono Trigger. I beat Dragon Quest 4, Dragon Quest 5, Dragon Quest 6. I'm on Dragon Quest 9.
Ever heard of savoring a game? I'm savoring the game. I'm not rushing through it. I'm savoring it. You want me to fucking rush it? Fine. I'll just rush it and say it's bullshit.
John sounds deranged right now. He's like, I've been through 7 RPGs in the past 2 weeks, and Theo hasn't even played.
Chrono Trigger, baby. We love it. Well,
I'm gonna get like
there it is. We're kicking it.
There'll be like a Theo exposed video. I used to be a huge fan of Theo until he didn't beat Chrono Trigger. This fucking guy.
Alright, Theo, you've been playing Chrono Trigger for a month, and you're 2 hours into the game.
Yeah, it's called savoring it. I don't want to fucking beat it and be like, oh man, I beat it. Nothing to do now. Like I want to enjoy my time.
To give you a quick example, when I am the job I have now, I started in the start of March, and like for the first week before I was traveling to work myself on my bike, for the first week or 2 of the job, I just get the bus over instead of just doing my own thing, because I wanted to see like what the dealio is, what the setup was, and all as well. Within those 2 weeks, Theo had put out, he just streamed Persona 5 Royal one of those nights, and I don't think he streamed it since.
Oh man,
And that was at the end of March.
And I think
Because I remember watching on the bus over, and then like on lunch.
I do remember that stream because I played it and then I was like, okay, if someone shits on Makoto, I'm stopping the stream. And someone shouted on her, I was like, okay, that's it, we're doing a Guilty Gear, and that's what I did.
That was- that sounds. Did I just like wake up in the middle of the night and do that? That sounds like something I would do.
I
But
just realized
Probably
something.
Yoshi.
What's that?
I said it was probably Yoshi that ship talked Makoto.
no, I think it
No, I
was,
think he loves Makoto. I think he's got bad taste.
No, Yoshi says Makoto sucks right there.
Oh, maybe it wasn't.
I think the person who did it was like
I think
Egg
it might,
or
it might have
whatever.
been Storm.
Verifiably incorrect in real time. Super fact checked. I just realized something though, because Retro and I have been bonding over stream chat, and I asked him how you guys met, and I found out me and Retro have a weird little like connection. Like we met.
Don't do that. Don't say connection. That's a bit.
Yeah, we met. We met kind of technically. Well, we were in the same space 2
Yeah, I was
years
gonna
ago.
say,
we did-
I don't remember ever seeing your name, but admittedly, because you wouldn't have been at like many of the other streams that like everyone else. Like I always see Yoshi, Perez, Storm, Just a Gamer, John. There's a bunch of other regulars that I'd see. So even if you did say something post then, it wasn't it.
Well, I would have been because like it was right after we went to PAX East, right, Theo? So after we met Kamiya, I was like, let me see what this, because I knew Theo did Twitch streaming, but I never watched it. I was like, let me see what this fucking Twitch shit is about. And I went on and watched Theo stream, and it was Persona 3. And Retro, I was like, Retro, how'd you meet Theo? He's like, oh, well, we met through this community, and like one day I saw him streaming Persona 3, and I started watching it. So that was when I started watching Theo's streams, and Retro was there too. So little 6 degrees of separation for you there.
There's an X-Files music thing playing right now, but you can't hear it.
It's been a conspiracy. Big Bun Game Club was written in the stars.
The truth is out there. That was it actually. You said this the other day. I think it was yesterday during like the big long stream. You mentioned something that you were going to say on it today about. Oh, I don't remember what game it was over. It's like, oh yeah, I met Theo because of that game.
Yeah.
Not Persona.
I don't have a profound memory of it, and maybe Theo, I don't know if you remember, but I just remember like talking about Metal Gear Solid, and Theo's like, I fucking love that game, and that's how we became buds. Like that's how I was like, dude, I love Metal Gear Solid too, and that I don't remember like I went over and played games and stuff, but I don't remember the exact moment. But I just remember Metal Gear Solid being the game that we were both like, yo, that game's the shit. So
But I don't remember much of like of that time
2000's
either.
finest, yo.
So it was whatever.
Yeah.
But I do remember like we did bond over that.
yeah. What about you, John? How did you get involved in this bullshit?
So I think I ended up meeting Theo over a dislike of a certain person.
Oh yeah,
That
that frumpy nerd Theo's always trashing.
And that was years ago.
Don't be so harsh on Yoshim like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the guy.
So that was like what, 4 years ago or whatever. I think Theo, you're the one that invited me into Kevin's like Discord, and then it just went from there.
Oh, that I don't remember ever inviting anyone to that Discord, to be honest, because I don't know how he sets up that Discord to begin with, so I don't know like how he shares that. So it's like, oh, so I don't remember that. But that's like a long time ago. I don't remember like a lot of stuff back then. That's like a very like niche memory.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff from let's say that community just kind of blends together. As someone been there for a while, I can attest.
Meanwhile, Retro and we bonded over our like of wrestling and wrestling memes.
At least you didn't say over the like of Final Fantasy VIII. There would have been words there, John. You would have been body slammed over that one.
Well, Retro, you love eyes on me.
You're looking at Cap is on this, so I physically can't. Take this off. Now you're dead, John.
Damn.
Ready? There you go. That's what I think of you, John.
Wow, you know what's so funny? Your mic, you must have that RTX stuff on right now, because we could not hear the bottle crushing.
Yeah, RTX on, baby. Can't hear anything. In fact, look,
shit.
I'm gonna have a shave right now. You probably can't even hear this as I talk. It's on. Literally on
Put it
right
on the
now.
microphone.
Well, there's a pop filter, but can you hear it?
Can't hear it.
Can you hear me talking over it?
Yeah, it's weird though because it sounds like you're in a bathtub.
Well, that's probably what that is because it's an electric razor, so you know how that sounds when you're going through it.
Yeah.
Did you watch
Impressive.
the clip I posted? But
No, what was that?
I think it's in like the general chat. There's a timestamp as a great example of the RTX voice thing. Your man holds up a fan, a vacuum, and a leaf blower all in front of the microphone and talks normally, and you can't hear them.
Kind of awesome.
It's actually legit, and that was like the 1.0 version of it, and we're on like 3 point something with it now.
Did he have what would have made a better demonstration? Did he have a crossfade into another mic that didn't have it on?
So basically, he goes, "This is what it sounds like with it off," and he has all the stuff. Then he clicks, goes, "This is it turning on. It's on right now," and it just stops. And he goes, and a few seconds, or like a minute later, he goes, "Now just to remind you, this is what it sounds like turning off," and then it just all kicks back in.
Crazy. That's pretty
It's
sweet.
time stamped in the thing, one of the video chats. But yeah, it's great, and it's the same way I can do. Where are we? It's the same way I can do this at the push of a button.
Nice. You know, that honestly isn't as impressive.
Yeah, it's fun because I have a green screen in the wardrobe behind me. I just don't want to get it out and chroma key and hang it up.
Yeah, it feels like it should do a better job. Like, I have, on Google Meet, right, you can phase out your background, and it does pretty much just as well as that, even, without a graphics card. So...
Yeah, but
Challenging
think
is
about
that-
it. It's handy. It can do that. It can do the voice thing, and it can render like a high resolution, high frame rate game all at the same time.
I buy it.
That's the principle of it.
Yeah.
Like you can't use your Google Meets, as your OBS overlay and all that I can.
Speaking of OBS, what do you do to do your soundboard retro? Is it that same little thing?
It's the Stream Deck, yeah.
Okay.
It brings, you have a menu, you can set all the buttons, you can set what they do, put on the images, link to whatever file or whatever action, and one of them is just play sound.
Theo, how come you don't have any weird, funky little soundboard things or anything?
I do. I could play one.
He did.
Let's see.
Yeah, he has the oh no!
I'm playing one now on the stream, which is the X-Files.
Oh, right. We can't hear this shit.
Hang on. I have the stream open. Let me see. Just unmute.
Lights, camera, me! Oh no!
That's weird. It's not coming out on the stream for me.
What? It should be. Oh, fuck.
Lights, how dare you!
Really?
Can I be the one? Okay, so Yoshi said, Redeem, say one bad thing about Teddy. Can I be the one to say bad things about
Yeah,
Teddy?
go ahead. I'll let you do it. Do it.
Too bad.
Teddy is a fucking sexual predator and should be thrown in jail. And by the way,
You see, he
what a
said
stupid
bad
character.
things.
What a stupid character. How the fuck? What's the name of the detective father?
Detective Father.
What's his name?
oh, Dojima.
Yeah, how dumb is Dojima that he's just like, hey, here's our blonde sex offender friend. And he's like, where the fuck did this kid come from? He doesn't even say that. It's like, no wonder he can't find out where his dead fucking wife got hit by a car. Fucking idiot. Stinks. And his Nimrod friend is the one murdering people and he can't fucking figure it out. Idiot.
Also, Yoshi there with the savageness. Too bad RTX can't make retro streams good.
Yo, Retro, what's with that thing you do at the end? What's the thing you do at the end of your streams? Why do you always say top lad?
Oh, so John, you probably know this one. You know the FTR thing, top
Yeah.
guy. So basically,
Yeah.
right? There's a tag team in wrestlers. They cut their pro and all. And there's like top guys out, So we mix it up a bit. At first it was top guys, and then I'd say out press the thing. Then it was top lad because we're Irish, and then we have the I can't do the sound effect. You know what I mean? Top lad.
That thing?
Yeah.
Who is that? What noise is that?
Oh, so basically there's this thing. It's like some news report in America where they opened like a sarcophagus and found like an Egyptian king or pharaoh's remains, and they recreated his vocal cords with like 3D printers and stuff. But because yeah, I'll send you the video. Because it like they recreated his vocal cords, but because naturally it
Oh
couldn't
yeah,
move,
I remember that.
it could only recreate one sound, and it goes, we can only recreate one sound of what King Nessie-Amun sounded like, and then it just goes, just with that exact noise, and I've taken that exact one. So that's what
Are
it
you
is.
fucking kidding me?
Yeah, and then after like our big 6-hour like guild stream, because of what they do in some of the videos, now we've taken up to do what Zabu does, and it's like.
Now, Retro, did you find that because of the
for the-
Wrestling Observer
Yes,
bit?
I did. That is exactly where I got it from. I'm gonna find that now and link it.
Well, that's why I said me and Retro, we know about all the wrestling references, so I get all the like acknowledge me and the top lads and
Hey, it's not acknowledge me, it's appreciate us. There's a difference.
whatever. One's AEW, one's WWE. Who gives a shit?
So Theo, you ever gonna stream again or what? It seems like you're out of the game. Someone said that your last stream was September 30th.
Yeah, I can't even resub to Theo because he's never online.
I will stream again. I shall stream
Really?
again, as they say. The thing is, like, my brothers give me like an old So I'm gonna pull the Band-Aid off. I am getting a new like new computer, but it is not what you think it is. It's gonna be an iMac Pro. So unfortunately, it's not like anything you guys would be excited for. But I'm curious to see how it's gonna handle streaming. That's why I didn't stream it, because I thought I was gonna get it last week, but it has to be like wiped, and I'll get it eventually. So I'll see how that handles anything. It should handle better than this because that's more like stuff.
More stuff.
It has more RAM.
Yeah, it has more RAM. It has more like CPU stuff. Like it should be better on paper.
He downloaded more RAM in it.
A gigabyte of RAM should do the trick.
Where are we going? Okay, I'm gonna.
You know what? I completely forgot, and we should talk about this right now. Overcooked 2. John, do you have a way to play it?
Oh yeah.
I do not know.
What systems you got?
I've got a Switch.
Can you? It works on Switch, right?
I don't even know if it's on Switch.
Yeah, it's probably on Switch.
All right.
Oh, it is on Switch.
Well, Theo's got a copy. I gifted Theo a copy. I got one. Retro's got one, and he's been teaming to play it. So I think we should play Overcooked 2. Co-op.
Do what we gotta do.
All right.
And I think we should stream it, but Retro should stream it since he's the pro at it.
The beast PC that can actually handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we could just all like call in on Discord, right?
Yeah.
Either that, or I think it has in-game voice chat. One of the two.
Does it?
I don't
Okay.
know. One of the two. We'll figure it out.
When would you guys be able to play?
I could do like
Most of the time.
this weekend or
Would the
anytime
weekend
this
probably
week.
be best?
Yeah, weekend would probably work the best. Or we could do next. No, I can't really do next Monday.
Well, I have, like, the big Persona 5 Royal on PC 4 days away from
Okay,
now.
so I
Last run,
gotta
PC
ask,
best version,
what
120 FPS. Winners don't play Switch boards.
What version of Overcooked?
What version?
Gourmet Edition?
Gourmet
Overcooked
Edition
2
is just a
Surf and
bundle.
Turf.
So the Overcooked 2, all you can eat edition or whatever it's called, or gourmet, sorry, is just the bundle that includes all the DLCs. If I remember correctly, only one person needs to have all the DLCs in order to be able to play them. I have all of them, so I think that should work.
And we probably won't even need to get to the DLCs because like there's a whole game you got to beat first. Have any of you guys played it at all?
Yeah, I've played
No.
it before.
I've actually beaten it, so but
Yeah,
I would love
I-
to go through it again.
I finished the main game and 3 of the DLCs.
You finished the DLCs too?
I finished 3 of them.
How many of them are there?
4.
Oh. So maybe we'll just play the 4th DLC. Although the DLCs are hard as fuck.
We
though.
have to build up like a cohesive unit, a system and all of this as well before we get anywhere near that stuff.
I haven't even
Yeah.
touched the game, so hearing all this, I don't know what to expect of this game. I just thought it was just gonna be like, oh, you're just
Good.
cooking shit.
Don't watch anything for it.
I won't.
Yeah.
I want to go in like cold and see what happens.
Go in blind.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, it's a great game. It's Retro played Katamari Damacy
Oh my god.
at some
that's
point,
amazing.
and yeah, and I was saying about this game, it's like Katamari Damacy is not like anyone would have a good time playing it. If you like video games, you'll enjoy it. So it's like, to me, a perfect game. I put Overcooked in that same category of like, it's simple and it's just so like well thought out and just like fun. But it's not like the graphics aren't amazing. Like it doesn't have like this rich story, but it's like just an amazing game to play. And it's 4-player co-op.
It's a great party.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
And
happening
it's
again.
basically like what's it called? Gordon Ramsay style, so be prepared.
You're gonna be yelling at everyone.
Yeah. Like what are you, Dio? What are you? An idiot sandwich.
Oh my god. Damn, Theo.
Unless he's good at it, in which case we're alright.
Theo told his audience about this stream, and then it's everything. No, and this time no sound.
You're cutting in and out. Like, what did you say?
Oh my god!
It's like we can do the robot while we're at it. Doesn't even have all the frames to just, hang it there.
All right, well maybe we should just call this because of technical difficulties.
You can rename this the Switch stream.
Oh, I will name it that. Don't worry. That's gonna be the archive.
And you should write, "Do not watch this unless you want to have a stroke."
Cursed stream.
Yeah, the cursed stream.
This is weird. Like
But either way, like as far as like availability and all goes, like this week, I would prefer to try bang out Breath of Fire 3 over the next 3 days as much as possible. Then naturally I can't do it on Friday because we have Persona 5 Royal, so I have to stream that day one. I don't stream typically at the weekends. That's for extra stuff if I do stream. So I'm free easily at the weekend, but pretty much any time starting next Monday onwards, I can probably like replace one stream with a over.
You mean the Monday after next, right?
Yeah,
Or-
not this coming Monday, like a week
Yeah.
and a bit. Oh well, I guess it wouldn't be not 7 days from now, but 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, which is Game Club.
Well, maybe we can do for that.
yeah, we can do like a special game club.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll discuss
We need
it.
Theo to scream Chrono Trigger though.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll only stream that. To show how good I am at the game.
Max stream, Switch Max stream.
I will say though, from what I'm looking at, I'm not seeing crossplay with Switch.
I just noticed that my mic isn't even picking this sound up.
Oh, you guys
It's right in front of you. See the little black thing in the corner here?
So
That's
here
my
we
mic.
go. Overcooked 2, PS4, Xbox, Switch multiplayer.
We'll type in PC as well, because that's what we're all playing on.
Well, I'm only seeing PS4, Xbox, Switch.
Well, you know what? Because it is a cooking-based game, I guess it's because we're the PC mustard race. Because consoles can't catch up.
Oh yeah, only people on PC can play together. Huh.
That's fine. No filthy console plebeians.
Only
that's-
Steam.
That's a PC.
Only Steamers allowed.
Praise Lord Gaben.
Well, I was gonna say there's no way my PC is gonna be able to run
What?
Overcooked
Really?
2.
John, is your PC from like 2004?
I think it is. I swear John said he had like a Pentium 3. I'm not even kidding. With like a
Thought about
No,
the
I have a Dell Optiplex 755.
Okay, well that's the laptop or PC model, but we don't know what's in it.
I'm gonna look it up.
I don't even know what's in it.
Dell Optiplex what?
755.
Okay. This thing has.
John doesn't know what's in it except for all of his friends.
It has. What is this? Apparently, it has
At
a-
least
You probably
Overcooked 2
won't.
has a native Mac port, so that works.
This is a Pentium dual core, 1.8 gigahertz. It's like a slimline thing. Yeah, this doesn't even have a PCI Express slot. Fuck this thing.
Yeah, I told you it's an old ass computer.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to play it on that.
You weren't lying.
I'm telling you, I can. Here's what I can do. All right. So like, I can send emails, and I do like business stuff on my computer. That's what I use it for.
Right, new solution. John, buy a gaming PC by next week.
Done.
RTX 4090 all the way.
Yeah.
Actually, no, yes, buy the 4090, send it to me, I'll give you my 3090, and we're all good.
Oh.
You know what a possible actual solution would be? Is Steam Play Together. Have you ever done that?
I tried it with Overcooked 1 because that doesn't have online multiplayer, but it's the, where it like streams the game to the other person and they're like local in that way.
Yeah. That could actually work, possibly. But John's computer might be shitty enough that still doesn't even work.
John's computer can't even run Steam.
Damn.
I don't even think I have Steam on my
See?
computer.
My Mac can run
Oh,
Steam and yours can't.
Speaking of
Oh,
Steam, Theo, how goes the Half-Life 2-age? You said you installed it. Is it
I didn't play it
is
yet.
it Mac or Deck you installed it on?
On deck.
No, but which did you install it on?
Okay.
On Deck, okay.
I
Um,
did install it on Mac, by the way, because I thought I could use my PS4 controller. It does not support it at all. It only wanted keyboard and mouse. So I was like, okay,
Yeah,
fuck it.
use the keyboard and mouse. It's a first-person shooter.
Yeah, but I just don't trust my keyboard. I probably could have. I don't know why I just didn't want to try. So
I hope that.
that just
it was a bad
wounded
moment.
me in a way I cannot word properly.
I only play games with gamepads. Fuck a keyboard and mouse. This isn't fucking productivity software, bitch. I'm trying to play video games.
Productivity. You play a first-person shooter. You play a third-person shooter. You play almost any game. With there are a handful of games I will play on the PC with a controller.
Dude, I'm showing you.
First-person shooters are.
Have you watched Neryl's video on gyro aiming?
I have.
I have no idea who that
I'm
is.
going to send you this video on gyro aiming, and maybe it'll help change your mind.
Gyro aiming is garbage. It is the poor man's console version of aiming.
Fuck you,
Like,
Retro. I'll send it in the Discord. You send me the fucking mummy's vocal cords, and I'll send you this.
I already
video.
did. It's down in.
Okay.
It's already in Discord.
It's like 10 seconds long. You should watch it right now.
Okay. It sounds so funny.
It's brilliant. You need volume.
Alright.
So I think that'll be it.
Yo, you
for-
seen that?
No way. The thumbnail is the best.
Esiamun's voice by recreating his mouth and vocal cords with a 3D printer. It allowed them to produce a single sound.
And yes, that is the specific that I have as my Stream Deck thing.
Why did they do that?
Has science gone too far?
I have to send this to everyone I know. This is the best thing I've ever seen.
To mimic Esiamun's voice.
Holy shit.
His mouth and vocal cords with a 3D printer. It allowed them to produce.
Oh my god.
Wait. You couldn't hear that?
I gotta watch it again.
Scientists were able to mimic Esiamun's voice by recreating his mouth and vocal cords with a 3D printer. It allowed them to produce a single sound.
I know, right?
It's the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
And that's why I have it.
Oh my god.
That's great. I am definitely gonna add that.
Oh, I'm sweating with that thing so hard.
I'm not gonna lie. I laughed so hard a few times there.
So did Brian Alvarez.
Okay, well then I have a piece of feedback. You have to raise the sound of the volume of that on your stream.
Well, it's already at max unless I go back and edit the actual audio file.
Okay.
Which I suppose, like, technically probably could do. I mean, that'll only take a couple of seconds, but just have to find a good balance.
Oh my god, that thing is an abomination. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Why did they do that? That's desecration of a body. Like, everyone involved in that should be fucking put in prison.
But they'll get haunted or some shit, you know? Like, when's the last time you saw anyone do anything with, like, a pharaoh's dead body?
But what
and,
if that's what the
something good
pharaoh
happens?
wanted? What if the pharaoh's like down with that? Like, yeah, hell yeah. That's what if that's how he sounded in life? Like, he just walks down the street or whatever. Oh, whatever. Like, what if he just did that?
No,
He sees his girlfriend or whatever. Oh, and he's like, oh,
as
what's
he was
up?
dying, it's like my last decree.
While he was getting mummified.
My last
It
decree.
was like,
What- yeah.
"Oh."
Put my voice like this, so when they recreate it years from now,
Dude,
it will.
if I found out, I was so pissed if I found out someone did that to me. I hope they get their fucking fingernails ripped off. It's fucking ridiculous. This is the fucking worst thing I've ever seen. It's so funny.
It's the worst thing ever. It's so funny. Brilliant.
I think that's like the best way to end Game Club. The classic way. There's nowhere we can go from after that. We're gonna rate a Chrono Trigger stream. Why not? This person is called Lady Mizmar.
Watch out for spoilers, though.
Oh, shit,
Yeah, I
you're-
was gonna say.
You're right. Never mind. Fuck that idea. We're not
We
doing
gotta
that.
figure out. We gotta figure out our technical difficulties, though, Theo. Next time, we can't come with this amateur shit.
Alright, we'll do this one. Bayonetta stream. Triforce
Oh.
Trader. There we go.
Done.
Uh-oh. Them Nintendo peoples.
Uh,
Well, it depends which Bayonetta it is. Which Bayonetta is it? Oh no!
Bayonetta 1.
Oh shit! Damn it! It only occurred to me. I should have resubbed. Well,